Hello everybody, this is WarriorDan. Today we are going to be briefly reviewing Flying Tigers, Shadows over China. As usual, before we get into this video, if you enjoy the following video, please do hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to receive more content like this from me in the future in your subscriptions tab. With YouTube's newest alterations to the algorithm and kicking small YouTubers out of the YouTube Partner program, it is now more important than ever to support smaller channels. So if you do care about the kind of content that I produce, then by all means what will help the most is if you subscribe and share me your opinions down in the comments section below. That said, on to today's video. Flying Tigers is a oddly named World War II aerial combat game, featuring fighter planes from a multitude of countries including, believe it or not, China, obviously, Russia, and the United States. Shoot other planes out of the sky in either local multiplayer battles against the AI, which is where I spent the majority of my time, or take the fight online with the game's online multiplayer component. Alternatively, if you want to familiarize yourself with the controls, you can play the free roam mode, which allows you to idly fly around for a set duration of time. Personally, I don't see why you would use that mode all that much. It is kind of cool to see all the different kinds of plane models and get used to the control scheme. Once you get a handle on the basic controls and you've seen more than a couple of the planes playable in the game, you're not going to be spending too much time flying around the fairly devoid of life maps. I should also add that there is a campaign mode to the game, although from my experience it's safe to say that's not where you'll likely spend the majority of your time in game. The controls are a bit wonky at times, with the aiming controls sometimes feeling unnecessarily sluggish and hit detection being inconsistent at best. But overall, it's not a bad retro aerial combat shooter game. I can't say I personally recommend it, given the PS2 generation graphics and slight performance issues such as frequent pop-in and other performance issues. The game is currently priced at $15.99 on Steam, which personally is far too high an asking price in my opinion. I highly recommend not picking it up at this default price. My recommended value price is $4.99. I do think there is some content to be had, but unless you're a diehard fan of aerial combat games or the World War II period, I don't see you spending a lot of time playing this game. Personally, just to get the footage for this video and to get a feel for the game, I played roughly 25 minutes, and honestly, that's all I feel that I ever want to play. Flying Tigers is good at making me want to play an aerial combat game. However, it does not make me want to play Flying Tigers anymore. What it does make me want to do is pull out my old copy of Battlefield 1942, or just play Battlefield 1. Now that I own it, because honestly I'd much rather be having fun in the immense wild worlds of Battlefield than I ever would want to spend time playing Flying Tigers. Flying Tigers can adequately satisfy your World War II aerial combat craving, but there are just so many other options that do that same thing so much better. So I would recommend ignoring this title altogether and just wait for a better alternative to come along, because trust me, if you're not happy with any of the options on the table just yet, I'm sure given another year or two you will see a lot more World War II games. That said, tell me what you think of Flying Tigers down below. This has been a short video because, well, the game was kind of unappealing and short, so I'm not going to waste my time playing a game that doesn't really have a lot to offer. Given the game's oddly high pricing and limited community support thus far, I doubt that it has much longevity on the Steam storefront, but who knows, maybe it'll surprise us all, maybe it'll be a bestseller. But if it hasn't been a bestseller yet, I don't think it's going to start now. This is WarriorDan signing out. Stay awesome everybody, and peace out.